Hello everybody, let's see if we can get some people on here. Who's all in here? Okay, we're gonna tag everybody. Whoops, well we thought we were. I think everybody's invited, so there's 40 of you, so it might take me a minute. I'm gonna add everybody, and when you come on, say hi. Tell me where you're coming from. Are you from Nebraska, where Ashley lives, or are you somewhere else? All right, I think I got, no, oh my goodness. Big party. You guys haven't been very talkative though. Sorry about this. Okay, I see a couple people are on. Almost there. I should have let Ashley do this. Whoops. Okay, I see the end of the group here. All right, ta-da. Okay, Becky's on here. Hey, Becky, in Louisville. All right, that's close to me. I live in Weeping Water. We're transplants from northern Indiana. My husband and I actually were born and raised there, and we lived there until 4 years ago. And 4 years ago, we moved to Nebraska. Hey, Rhonda. We moved to Nebraska because that's where our grandkids were. Well, it's also where our sons are, but it's where our grandkids are. So that's why we moved to Nebraska. So I see Rhonda, I see Becky. When you jump on, say hey, tell me where you're coming from, and let me know you're catching it live. Just put live in the comments. And if you're catching it on the replay, put replay in the comments, and I'll go back around and I'll answer questions and comments. I can't see if Ashley's on here yet. Ashley, if you're on here, say hey. All right, Rhonda's on. Becky's on. There's other people. There she is. Okay. All right. So first of all, I want to thank Ashley for having this party. I'm super new to Epicure. I'm actually still in my month 1, which is the month you sign up and the full month after. And I am just having a blast with this. It's been so much fun for me, and it was kind of dropped in my lap. A friend of mine invited me to a party, and I had never heard of Epicure. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you have not heard of Epicure as well until you joined this party. Epicure is actually a completely debt-free company that was started 23 years ago in Canada by a mom who was concerned about the stuff that was in her kids' food. And so she started making spice combinations, and she sold them actually at a farmer's market. And then eventually she went to the direct sales model, and has been, it's a household word in Canada. But in 2019, in August of 2019, they branched out into the United States. And what Epicure is it's a company like I've never experienced before. And I've done a lot of direct sales, but Epicure is really all about fun and food. And who doesn't love fun and food, right? But the cool thing is it's spices and seasonings and whole food things, flavor profiles that have none of the added crap. Okay, it's all gluten-free. Everything is gluten-free. It is all nut-free. There's no cross-contamination because everything in the facility is nut-free and gluten-free. And it is all no to low sugar and sodium. There's no high fructose corn syrup in it, no corn syrup at all. There's no preservatives or chemicals or additives to keep it fluffy, or there's no artificial dyes, no artificial colors, no artificial sweeteners, no artificial flavoring, no caramel, all of those things. So it's really just healthy, whole food. And for me, one of the reasons that I bought the kit, I actually bought the kit. It was $99 when I bought it. It's on sale this month. I can offer it for $79, but I was going to purchase from the party this, which is my BFF. This is the multi-purpose steamer. This is $52.50. I wanted this cutting board. It was 20 something. I wanted the prep bowls. They were 20 something. So I was already at $99. So I figured I had absolutely nothing to lose by buying the kit before I had ever even tried the product. And I hadn't tried one product, okay? So I bought the kit, and I actually received my first paycheck before I got my kit. The lady that signed me up at that point, the shipping was a little bit slower, and she sent me some stuff to try, and there's been no turning back for me, none whatsoever, okay? So I know you're not here looking for a job or anything like that, but if you wanted to join, this is the month to do it. It's $79, and I will be posting the kit. And all I ask is that you get $250 worth of product in it, okay? And all I ask is that you do one party to launch your business, and then you can decide if you just want it for the discount, if you wanted it as part-time, if you want a side gig, if you want it full-time. Honestly, there's a place for you here, okay? So this is the multi-purpose steamer. I want to get started because I forgot to take the hamburger out for the taco. So I want to, So I'm going to put this 1.5 pounds of ground beef in the multi-purpose steamer before we go any further. This is the tray that goes in there. I'm going to show you something amazing with this too in a minute. I'm going to put this in the microwave for 4 minutes. Just to defrost it. And while that is in there doing this, I'm going to show you something. I discovered that this tray, this little thing right here, can make low carb chips. This is a low carb tortilla I bought at Aldi's. And I'm going to just brush it with a little bit of water. Really just so the seasonings will stick to it. And then I'm going to take some of our fajita seasoning. Fajita seasoning is, like I said, there's just no crap in it. There's 0 carbs in this. It's really good for so many different diet plans. It fits into everything. It really, really does. So I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of fajita on my chips. My husband's going to have the good old-fashioned carb-filled ones over there. Although he's the diabetic, so I'm not sure what's wrong with this picture. Anyway, and then I'm going to put a little bit of salt on. And then I'm going to take my pizza cutter and I'm going to cut this into chips for my nachos. Because what I'm going to make tonight is nachos, not tacos. All right, and then I'm just going to lay these on here. You can also make low-carb crackers with low-carb tortillas. They get really nice and crisp. They do not all fit on the tray at once, though, so we will do a partial demonstration. Okay. Move these out of the way. And while we're waiting for that to go, I'm going to get started on something else. Okay, so I'm going to start with dessert. Oop, that's not dessert. This is the nacho cheese. I made this the other day, so I wasn't going to remake it. And I'm going to put it in the microwave to melt it. The nacho cheese it comes in a jar like this. The ingredients are onion, Parmesan cheese, red bell peppers, chilies, chili powder, green bell peppers, tomato. This has 1 carb, and I made the nacho cheese dip with this by mixing it with sour cream and cream cheese and a little bit of cheddar cheese. So that's the nacho cheese. All right, and then dessert. In here, didn't plan this one. Okay, I'm gonna stick this in here real quick just because I want that cream cheese to soften. So I'm gonna put that in there and we'll get started on something else. Okay. I'm gonna make salsa. Now the recipe for, this is called Poca Picante. This came in my kit as well. This is hot, okay, to me. Some people say it's not, but I'm kind of a wuss. Anyway, to me, the way that I look at it is we have 3 different ones. We have a taco seasoning in a jar this size, which I would consider a medium heat. This is considered mild, and this is what I'm using tonight. This is considered hot. The recipe for this says to add 2 tablespoons into 1 cup of diced tomatoes. I did that the first time I made it and it was too hot for me. So I probably will not even add a full tablespoon to 1 cup. This prep bowl came in my kit as well, a set of 4, and it has the measuring on the side. I'm actually going to put 3/4 cup in here because otherwise I'm going to run out of room. All right. Just crushed tomatoes. That's it. And then I'm going to take the poca picante. And this is our 4-in-1 spoon. These things are amazing. It has a tablespoon on this side, teaspoon on this side, and on the back it has 1/2 teaspoon and 1/4 teaspoon, all in one, and they fit down in our jars. Okay, so I'm gonna put, I'm a wuss, so little less than 1 tablespoon in with my cup of crushed tomatoes. Now you can add lime or cilantro if you want to it, but I personally do not like cilantro. I'm one of those people who thinks it tastes like soap, so I'm not going to put it in there. I like it in small amounts, like at restaurants, but I'm just not a cilantro fan. Okay, so salsa's done, right? Next, I'm gonna take this out. We're gonna come back to our dessert. Okay. And I'm gonna take our meat separator. This is the bomb. I love this thing. I have the other guys, the other guys, but meat always gets stuck in it. This really, if you can see, it has almost a blade-like tendency, so it really chops the meat up really, really well, and you can get right down into it. Okay, so this was frozen, so I'm going to go ahead, chop this up. We got our beef from a local farmer. It's amazing. I've never had to drain it yet, but it's always super, super moist and flavorful. I just love it. That is one of the benefits of being in Nebraska, is there's lots of farmers. So I get lots of fresh eggs and fresh beef. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back in the microwave. So I'm going to get our taco seasoning. Like I said, this is the mild. I also have a taco seasoning that I purchased at Walmart. Here's one of the big differences is in sodium. Ours has 15 grams of sodium, 15. This, which is actually one of the lower ones, has 280 milligrams of sodium. And we all know that sodium can cause health issues. Now, I will tell you this, that because it's low sodium, if you don't need to watch your sodium, some of it may taste a little bland to you, so you add a little bit of salt. My personal favorite is our herb and garlic salt grinder. Really yummy. That's really good on potato chips, which you can also do here. Let me pop these in while I'm talking, because these only take like a minute and a half. I'll do 2. All right. So I'm gonna put the seasoning in here with the ground beef. Right. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of water. That's it. Same water that I ran out of prep bowls. I have all 4 of them filled, so I need to buy more prep bowls. And then I'm just going to go ahead and stir this in. Another thing that's really cool about this meat separator is some people like their meat finer and not the big chunks. Everybody has a personal preference, but with this, you can just keep grinding it and it will take it down to a really fine consistency with no problems whatsoever. All right. See how our chips are coming there. All right, that's all stirred up in there. I'm gonna put this here, pop this lid back on. As soon as our chips are done, we'll go back to that. So let me check them. Yep, they're done. Okay, so check this out. They're crispy. Oh, delicious. Okay, so here you see, I'll finish mine up too as soon as I'm done here because I am making dinner. That's another beauty part is you can get paid for making dinner for your family. Who doesn't like that, right? You got to do it anyway. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in for about 3 more minutes. Okay. Now, this is what I'm going to make for dessert. Okay, I have 2 ounces of cream cheese in here. 1 tablespoon of 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. And I softened it, so I'm going to stir this together. Normally I would make a huge, well, much bigger than this bowl anyway, amount of this, and I usually would whip it with a little bit of cream. So the whipped cream would get fluffy, but this will be just as good. So I'm going to mix this up. So it's peanut butter, cream cheese, a little bit of cream. This is like one of my favorite keto desserts. I love it. I absolutely love it. I call it peanut butter fluff. And I'm going to add to that about a half a teaspoon of Swerve powdered sugar. Okay. Stir this up. Smells good. I love peanut butter. I love anything peanut butter. Make sure it's sweet enough. And it is. And then, before I put it in the refrigerator to chill, I'm going to put some of our Cocoa Crunch on it. Cocoa Crunch is one of our whole food toppers. It has psyllium. Here's the ingredients. I'm half blind. Here we go. Chia seeds, organic cacao nibs, psyllium, coconut. You can't taste the coconut. Tiny bit of organic cane sugar, organic cocoa powder, cinnamon, and it only has 1 carb. So I'm going to sprinkle some of our Cocoa Crunch on top of my peanut butter mousse. And I am going to put this in the refrigerator, and I will be right back. Dessert is a beautiful thing. And really, honestly, the 80-20 rule applies here. If you do 80% right on your diet and only screw up 20% of the time, you're doing good. Better than most Americans. The beauty part about the Epicure line is that it's all good for you. It really honestly is. Even if there's a little bit of organic cane sugar, if there's any sugar at all, it's always organic cane or organic coconut sugar. So that fits really well into the paleo lifestyle. I have lists of things that are keto friendly. I have lists of bless you, that's my husband. I have lists of things that are Optavia friendly. I have lists of things that are low carb. It really honestly goes along with Trim Healthy Mama. It goes along with all of them. Okay, so here's our ground beef. I'm gonna pop the rest of my chips in here. It smells good. Okay. It smells super good. Okay. Taco meat. Yum. You can use any kind of meat that you choose to use. All of our products except for 2 are vegetarian. The only 2 that have any kind of meat product in them are beef stroganoff and the Nourish broth. All of our broths have nutritional yeast in it, great source for vitamin B12. But those are the only 2 that are not vegetarian. And then we have a list of products that have dairy in them, so they would not be considered vegan, but there's only about a dozen or so that actually have dairy in them and could not be made vegan. You can use some of the plant-based meats to make taco, to make meatloaf, to make anything that you want. You can use, for our stir fries, you can use tofu, you can use tempeh. There's a lot of different meat replacements. It's not kind of like, even cheese, you know, if you're vegan, there's some really good cheddar cheeses and sliced cheeses that you can get if that's your choice. Like I said, it really, really fits into just about everybody's lifestyle. My chips are almost done. Oh, back to the guacamole. Okay. So I have one avocado here. And probably need a spoon for this. Normally I buy the Hass avocados, which are usually softer. But these with the little seed, I don't even know what they're called. They're Aldi's brand. Calavo. They're a little bit firmer, so I probably will have to mash this a little bit more. The avocado itself has some give to it, so it's definitely ripe. It's just it's a firmer avocado. Probably a better choice if you're gonna have a salad or something like that than for guacamole. But I like my guacamole a little chunky anyway, so I'm good. Okay. So we also have, let me see if I can move this up. Probably need a bigger bowl since it's so firm. What we use for guacamole is our guacamole. You can make dressing out of this. You can season. I put this in my burgers the other day. It was super, super good. The ingredients are onion, sea salt, red bell pepper, garlic, proprietary herbs and spices. And no, they're not hiding anything there. I can look for any ingredient that someone might be allergic to, and chilies. And the recipe, there's a recipe on every packet or every jar. This says 3 tablespoons of dip mix with 2 ripe avocados. So I am going to obviously just put 1 tablespoon in there. All right. So we've got our meat done. The rest of my chips. Isn't that amazing? Like seriously. Keto crackers are hard to find. If you take a low carb cracker, do you hear that? You can put cheese on this, all right? That's pretty amazing. All right, so the meat's done. Salsa's done. Working on the guacamole, which might require, due to the avocado, it might require more than just a spoon. Or a fork. Maybe a fork would be better. Okay, I'll work on that. Then I'm going to put the nacho cheese in the microwave for 30 seconds. Get that going. Anybody have any questions? I've been so busy. I know, okay, right? I need another set. I do. I really, really do. If you're new to Epicure, put new in the comments. If you have any questions at all, put them in the comments, and after I get off of here, I can go back and I can go live, or I can go answer those questions. Okay, let me check that. I love avocado. My guacamole seasoning is really good. This came right out of the refrigerator, so I'm probably going to put it in for another 30 seconds. Let me see how that... It's really yummy. Again, this is just the nacho cheese dip flavor with cream cheese and sour cream. Sorry, I'm hungry. And a little bit of cheddar. All right, so I'm going to put that back in there. Keep working at my guacamole. Everything with Epicure is super, super flexible. Sorry, excuse my fingers. I wanted to tell you, like, if you have no idea where to start, one of the best places to start is with the 3 weeks of meals. It comes with 15 different meal solutions. So you get General Tao, rotisserie chicken, enchilada, pad thai. That's on the menu for tomorrow. Creamy pesto parmesan, which is my favorite. And sweet sour stir fry, used that one already. Taco we're doing today. Thai red curry, beef and broccoli, pulled pork. The pulled pork package will do a 5-pound shoulder roast. It'll feed 20 people, 20 servings. Buffalo wings, donair, which is like a gyro, Alfredo sauce, the crispy crunchy lettuce wraps, and buttered chicken. That's a great place to start. And if you need help ordering, you can let me know. So I am going to see if there's any questions here. Why can't you eat guac, Ashley? Are you allergic to it? Yeah, I absolutely love it. All right. See, isn't it yummy? It's really yummy. All right, so I'm gonna assemble the nachos, and then I will go ahead and I will place a picture on the finished product. I'm gonna pop them in the oven. Have a little bit of cheddar cheese, a little bit of nacho cheese, a little bit of guac, a little bit of salsa, meat. Probably will add a little bit of sour cream and call it dinner and dessert. So that's pretty awesome. So Ashley's party will be going for just a couple more days. If you get your orders in by tonight, I know we've already done the early bird, but if you get your order in by tonight, I'm going to do another cash giveaway for everybody who places their order by tonight. Katie was our first winner. And I also would, if you'd like to book a party, just put host in the comments and I'll come back around and tell you what that entails. No pressure, it's not an obligation. Just put it if you're slightly interested. And if you're interested in possibly joining my team, put team down there and I will let you know the ins and outs of that. But it's really kind of a no-brainer if you like this product. And like I said, I tried it. I joined before I even tried the product, but it's really good whole food at a really good price point. And the meal solutions, this is how I try to explain it to people, is it's like a flavor profile. You can make a 4-pound chicken, whole chicken, rotisserie chicken in the microwave in 20 minutes. And it's not rubbery, it's delicious, and it's really juicy. Okay, that comes in the 3-week. Beef and broccoli, I've had this. You can put whatever meat you want. You can put all meat. You can put all veggies. You can do whatever you want. It gives you a brown Chinese sauce. So you're getting a flavor profile, but it's super, super flexible in how you choose to prepare it. You don't have to have it over regular rice. You can have it over cauliflower rice. It's just that simple. Buffalo wings, you can put it on regular chicken. You can put it on wings. It just gives you that tangy buffalo flavor. I know people who put this on their vegetables and roast them. The crispy crunchy lettuce wraps, you can use whatever kind of meat you want to or non-meat. And it's a really, really tasty flavor profile. I really like that one. And like I said, the pulled pork, you do this with like a 5-pound shoulder roast and it's 20 servings. Most of our meal solutions, and there's more, but most of our meal solutions are on average between $1.20 and $3 per serving, which is pretty good in today's world. So, and that includes the other ingredients that you need to prepare it. It's not just the packet. So thank you for hopping on. Get your orders in by tonight. If you want to host, put host. If you're interested in the business opportunity, just put team in the comments and I will get back around to you. I'm gonna go make my dinner and I will post a picture in a little bit. Bye-bye.